Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Sean Diddy disturbing update. Well, if you think this mama calms, well, guess what? Looks like you better take your blood pressure medicine because you are now getting sued. Talking about how this can happen. Let's get into this. Janice Combs is being sued. But listen, we don't know if these allegations are true because listen, she's gonna fight to the bitter end. You know she's gonna fight this tooth and nail. Momma Combs needs money for her white fingernails and her 4 infusions while she creepily kisses her son on the lips and what has to be the most loving family ever. They said ex-gangster to sue Diddy's mother amid allegations. I said Diddy mom gotta be a gangster because look at the man she raised. Again, I don't believe apples fall far from trees and we need to keep an eye on Diddy's watch out. But let's get into this. Dion D1 Best, a former associate of Sean Diddy Combs and ex-gangster, has announced plans to file a lawsuit against Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, over alleged business practices related to Bad Boy Entertainment. And I will say this. It's about time. I mean, don't get me wrong. My heart goes out to the victims. But there have been people that I believe have been victimized with their bodies, with their mind, with their time, with their money. Please. This revelation came during an exclusive appearance on Daily Mail's investigative podcast, The Trial of Diddy, where Dion discussed how his publishing rights and those of other artists were allegedly signed over to Janice Combs and what he described as fraudulent business maneuvers. Now let me say this. According to reports, Janice and Christian are so busy fighting over Diddy and fighting over Diddy's remaining fortune, right? $400 million from what we hear, right? Diddy is going to try to use that money to get a presidential pardon. I'm just saying Biden is leaving. Trump is coming in. I don't care if y'all don't believe it. Either will do it. I don't say that they're getting granted. I am saying that Diddy's team, if they are any, are 100% open to using anything to get legally that they can to get Diddy off the hook. For those of you guys that don't believe that a presidential pardon can happen before conviction, please go read the Constitution. Let's say that with love because I had to read the Constitution. Can happen at any single time. All you need is for the offense to be committed. The moment the offense is committed, even before you're arrested, you can be pardoned. And a presidential pardon can happen at any time, at the end of the term or at the beginning. Say what you want. Diddy is going to lie, do everything he can to make sure he can get his money up to get one of those. Now, will any president do it? Well, that remains to be seen. But keep an eye on this. It doesn't mean that Diddy ain't gonna try. He has had the audacity. He has had the sheer the nerve. He has had to share a mitigated goal to try everything. So I don't want to hear it. Anyway, right? Let's talk about the way Janice and the way her lace front budget might be drying up pretty soon. Because, if they can prove that the copyright and all that stuff was under the rest or by, that could be millions, hundreds of millions right there. Let's get into this. Dion Best, now 56 and a youth sports coach who has turned away from his past life, claims Diddy used his mother's name to hide publishing rights and business dealings. According to Dion, his company Finish Line Entertainment brokered deals in the late 1990s for several albums under Bad Boy Entertainment, including Born Again by the Notorious Big, which reached platinum status. He claims that Diddy's method of structuring bills led to significant financial and emotional hardship for him and other artists involved. Now here's the details. Oh, this is directly from the Music Essentials. This was written by Ashk Banwat. Okay, so anyway, let's get into this. He stated his intention to pursue legal action against Janice. Not Diddy but Janice and Diddy, highlighting how his publishing rights were allegedly assigned to her name. He explains these actions cause financial hardship not only for me but for other artists in the industry. I believe Janice Combs falls under the guidelines of the Racketeer Influence of a Corrupt Organization Acts. He is accusing Janice Combs of being part of Diddy's RICO conspiracy, because even though Diddy was improperly assigning the copyright and money and all this stuff from artists to his mom, he's saying Diddy's mama knew everything. And let me tell you something. If it can be proven that Diddy's mama knew everything, what else did City Mama know? She got white fingernails. She was getting in for. She was kissing her son on the mouth. Not there's anything wrong with that, but y'all gotta see the video. At the end of the day, what else did you know about and you were cool with? What else did all the women in the industry know about but they were cool with? Anyway, let's keep going. His accusations echo those of other artists who have spoken out about Diddy's business practices. Rapper Mason Beta in the Bible 2020 outbursts also pointed out that Diddy's mother as being the custody or custodian of various deals, saying your mother's got the receipts, suggesting significant business dealings were funneled through her. Hey, now here's how he knows Diddy, right? He became friends with Diddy and Big in the late 1990s, often acting as a protector during their visits to Los Angeles. According to Best, his presence was especially valued when tensions ran high between Diddy and Chick Knight. He said, "Yo, Sugar's a big guy, but I had a relationship with him that allowed me to say, yo, ease up." And he would respect that. Say, "Dion, I know you thought she was being a good person because you saw that mouth. Free their skinny kid with the waves." And you're like, "Yo, should like ease up on him." But now knowing that he's a devil incarnate, now listen, I'm not saying she ignites an angel. I am saying that even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. That's all I'm saying. Next time, Dion, let the Lord do the work. Step back and let the world and let the Lord do his work, Dion. Anyway, right? He claims that he was with Biggie on the night of his tragic passing of March 1997. He remembered warning Biggie to stay close that evening. Oh, I remember hearing about him. Only for them to become separated as they left the party. Shortly after, he heard gunshots that killed Biggie. He said, "I've always wondered how he wasn't with me when we exited." Well, we need to act as mouth breather Puff and everybody else what happened in Puff's bodyguard. Anyway, right, now get this. There's big implications about this. They asked why it's historically common for record label owners to claim a portion of an artist's publishing as part of the signing deal. Artists are becoming more and more vocal about the financial implications of such arrangements. He suggests that Diddy used his Momma's name to facilitate and obscure these deals, depriving artists of future earnings. An outcome of the planned lawsuit could have far-reaching consequences for Batboy Entertainment and the legacy of Diddy. Baby, if this is the only thing that Diddy's held accountable for, Diddy is going to be doing a prayer dance with the roaches and rats in his jail cell. Diddy wishes this was the best-case scenario. Heavy on the whiz. As Charles approaches, the music industry will closely watch these events unfold and what impact they may have on similar business practices. Now, why is this important? Well, 1, for Janice Combs to help Diddy hide. That means that she has to be aware as an owner of a business. Anything that you sign off on, any money you allow to come in, it needs to be structured so that you know what you're doing. Ignorance is not an excuse, okay? You need to know what your business is doing, but more importantly, this is true. Everybody's worried about and we should be about what's going on with all the weird freaky stuff in the record industry. But what about the way Diddy was taught by someone? I'm guessing Clive Davis or whatnot, an artist or arista or whatever, records to how to structure record deals. And it's the way Diddy structured record deals, but also hid royalties. Now he could have taught himself, but everybody says he was taught something by someone, so high royalties is called in the question in this lawsuit is successful. That literally might jam up a lot of the record labels. Because I guarantee you one thing, Diddy might be smart at planning free golfs, but he is not smart at hiding money from record labels. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.